Renowned Ifa priest Chief Ifayemi Elebuibon on Friday urged monarchs in Yoruba land to always follow tradition before choosing wives. Elebuibon advised during an interview with journalists that the Ifa oracle should be considered before an Oba would take a woman as wife. He, however, said marital issues between couples were usually very difficult for outsiders to understand deeply, but added that divine directive was key to success in marriage. Elebuibon, who spoke against the backdrop of the rumored troubled marriage of the Ooni of Ife, Obadeyeye Ogunwusi, and his wife, Queen Naomi, also advised royal fathers not to allow modernity to take away tradition in their way of life. He said today's Yoruba monarchs should follow tradition while choosing partners, but anything that has to do with marriage, whether for a monarch or ordinary person, no one can be perfect or wise enough to completely avoid mistakes. It is only God that can make one choose rightly. Yoruba monarchs must consult the oracle before choosing wives. They should not allow modernity to dictate who to marry to them. Saying God has directed me to choose you may not be enough. Commenting on who should take custody of the son that the marriage between the monarch and his estranged queen produced, Elebuibon said he could be raised anywhere so far the father approved it. He also advised relations to desist from meddling in the affairs of couples, saying too much involvement of relations might cause disrespect. Relations should not meddle in the affairs of couples. It is not good for mothers especially to live with their married daughters. It will bring disrespect. It is even a taboo in Yoruba land. But modernity is exposing us to all manner of vices, Elebuibon added. Like seriously, this issue of the guest mother living with them, it's like it is really true because it's been going round, 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 and round. And also, we still learn that some of the siblings of the Oni, are still, whether they were or they are still staying in that place, you see, and it's another thing. But that being said, I think a lot of things have gone wrong as far as this whole thing is concerned. This issue of the monarch, a lot of things have gone wrong, and everybody could say this, could say that, but the soul, the inner caucus, and the kingdom and the kingship knows exactly what has really gone wrong. Just like the Ifa priest is saying that we should not allow modernity to take her own tradition, the way things are all to be done. It is just of recent that we began to see that people will just go to Oba's palace, they will go and drag Oba house, they will fight Oba, they will burn Oba houses, these palaces and all of that. I was just wondering, I say, really? So people have really gone to this level. They've gotten this kind of a boldness. Could you do that in those days? We still have some monarchs in this present day. Not really, I don't know whether they are really too traditional. Somebody was even saying one thing one day, maybe just was joking that no matter what you think about all these obas, the ones that are in town, they are the ones that are always facing this humility and insults and what have you. That we still have some who are still in the village, some monarchs who are still in the village, that you dare not go around them. But by and large, the whole thing, almost of everything has been watered down, because before you could say Jack Robinson, you have to do consultation. Even in the picking of Oba these days, in choosing Oba these days, they don't even, I don't think they, which people have been complaining about, I don't think they really consult Oracle in the first place. We have seen politicians who always unpick all these people. Yeah, you go and do this, and that is it. And that is it. So a lot of things have been watered down. That's why you see that anything goes. You can even imagine, even those who are not even from the royals, ordinarily, if you want to, a lot of people to try to maintain the integrity and the privacy of their families. But because of all this social media of 18, people, ordinary people, some other ordinary people do not even want their matters to be tabled at the social media, not to talk of the home of a king that the wife wanted to announce. If you want to announce, you want to go, you go your separate way. There's no big deal about it. But you go on social media to go and announce that. I don't know who validate which whatever. Whether maybe irrespective of anything, whether she has waited for the monarch to say that and they could not even say that. So and people are still referring to, because from the look of things you see that the woman must have left the house before she wrote what she wrote on Instagram. I believe so. So because of this modernity, we don't even know boundaries. We don't know boundaries. We begin to ask ourselves, in all these modern things that you think about developed countries, you think everything that is happening in their country is good, everything is fine. No, there are some things that are not good. There are some things that are good that you can pick and discard the rest in. And also in our own place, it is not everything that is bad. We have a lot of good things. The ones that are not good, you discard them. So I don't know why now it has gotten to that level that those ones, the so-called developed countries, they don't even imitate us. There's nothing they even take away from us, but we want to copy everything, both the good and the ugly, the bad, everything. We want to copy everything, which is detrimental to us. It's really, really detrimental to us. Well, better consult the Almighty Allah. All perfect praise to be Him, to the Lord of the world. I testify that there is none worthy of worship except Allah. Instead of consulting Ifa, consult Allah. That is the advice of this particular person. You better wake up from your slumber and stop deceiving yourself. Is it the consultation of Ifa oracle that will bring about compatibility, understanding, tolerance, patience, and peaceful coexistence in a marriage? Stop deceiving yourselves. You should ask Ifa about Major Ifibi is queen. Is choosing queen. Madam, it is okay. You seem to talk too much. Please, my queen, go back, please. Why you are a woman of God? One child is not good in a house, please. Really, what has that got to do? One child is not good in a house. Says who? What kind of talk is this? So because of that, well, the greatest wonder of the century is how a prophetess married a traditional ruler and even bore him a son. It can only happen in Nigeria, where a bunch of myopes parade themselves as seers. Was she even charmed, or and now she charmed? The charm has cleared figments of poverty to Fiakwa. Well, let's stop deceiving ourselves. Our ancestors is angry. They are hungry. Should we not be consulting the same Ifa before installing these obas? And that is true. How many of them are being consulted now? How many times have they consulted Ifa concerning all this? A lot of these obas do not even carry themselves in a respectable manner.